Okay, so one of the most common questions asked is, why should I buy an e-MTB?
I think, especially recently, I've started to think more like, some days really suit a cross-country bike. Some days are more fun on your hardtail. Some days are most fun on your enduro bike, and some days are more fun on an e-MTB. Like, each day lends itself to a different thing.
I would come back to that though and say, all those things you mentioned, hardtail, enduro, all those trails are better on an e-bike, because I ride mine everywhere. I don't ride anything else really. I mean, even if I'm going to the jump trails, I'll take my e-bike because it saves me pushing back up to the top. I just ride up, and if you're out riding, mountain biking, for me, the fact that, I used to pick routes that would perhaps miss hills and I can't bother to go up that one and put this loop on. Now I go literally wherever I want. I charge up the hills, no problem. I get another downhill on the backside of it. For me, I think mountain biking is a lot to do with exploring and being in the nature, and now I can do that for longer and go further. So to me, there's absolutely no disadvantage to an e-bike.
And I think you're making a really good point. Like, it's a bike. It's still a bike. You're still pedaling it. It's still under your own power, but it's just giving you that extra bit. But you can choose how much it is giving you.
That's right.
So
that's
more
right.
Fun, longer days, like you say. It gets you out there. It's a perfect tool for adventure.
Yeah.
But also, I think it makes you look and search out more.
Even myself and other people that I speak to say that they actually prefer them on the downhills as well, because they're so heavy and the bottom bracket's nice and low that they're grounded. They don't jump about. They feel a lot more stable. They feel a lot more predictable, which is an absolute fact. One of the other big things, one of the massive advantages for me as well, is if I go training on a normal bike, then I'll probably be too tired, written off to go for another couple of days. Whereas with an e-bike, and I'll ride it perhaps mostly in trail mode, so I'm still getting an aerobic workout, but like the next day, I feel good. I've not laboured myself to the point of exhaustion, and I literally will go again, and I will enjoy it again. Whereas, if it was a normal bike, I wouldn't be able to go the next day, actually, not enjoy it.
But you're always going to want to have 10 trails rather than 5 if you can.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and that opens that door. Something else that I like about the e-bikes as well is I can ride with, a lot of my mates and I'm not saying I'm fit, but a lot of my mates are less fit than me, but it levels everyone up. So you can go on a big group ride, you can get all your mates together. Yeah. The other day I went out with 8 other riders, all different shapes, sizes and abilities, and we did, the wickedest 30 miles loop I've ever done. It was an absolute laugh, and that wouldn't have been an option if we'd been on non-powered bikes.
And I think going further than that as well, a good rider is still a really good rider on an e-bike. So again, they can still push themselves, they can still find ways to really kind of get out of their own comfort zone or work physically hard, but they're just working that bit harder. But like you say, in a group ride, it's just a great laugh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's coming up the hills, chatting away together.
Yeah, exactly.
Laugh
and getting your exercise.
And that's what bike's about.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you, if you've got that in front of you, why wouldn't you use that to get out into places, to explore new spots, be it coming into towns that you've not been in like this, or getting out to trails that you've never ventured to. And I guess, like we were saying before, e-biking lets you exploit these different ways of riding instead of being, okay, I must do this loop today, or I must do this, or having a set agenda. That trail was mint. Let's just go do it 3-4 times. Why not?
Right. Yeah, exactly. If you find a good one, no need to move on. Ride back to the top effortlessly. Off you go again. Well, a lot of information there. As you know, I am sold on e-bikes, but I think before we go riding, we need a coffee, don't we?
We're in the land of cappuccino.
Let's go.